can go and put this header on the trailer, like where it's supposed to be. Might need to open up the harvester. So one of the things that I think we're okay. So the thing is if you open the harvester up, which is that button there, it lowers the rear suspension, so it raises the header off the ground. We're kind of okay with where we are now. Okay. Will you fit through that gap there and get through the gate? Answer, indeed you will. Okay. So, miscanthus harvest for the first time ever for me. And it pays quite well. We also have a fertilizer contract that plays quite well, so we may take a look at that later. But it's something to do while we don't plant sunflowers because it's too cold. I should probably do, let's see, that. Since we're driving on the road at 20 miles an hour. Okay, that was the auger. There's a bonus camera on this vehicle. And the seat position is a little bit high, I would say. It's not bad. I mean, we can see where we're going at the very least. I tend to do more road drive or in-cab driving during spring and summer because of the trees over this bit of the road. It can get very difficult to see where you're going and what you're doing. This harvester itself, it's a good mid-sized harvester, and we're getting to kind of the point where it would be nice to have a big harvester, or at least while not the biggest, 40-footer, it would be nice to have something that runs a 30-foot header. But we really, at this point, we still don't absolutely need one. This is perfectly adequate for the job we're doing. And I shouldn't have turned left there. I should have turned right there. Oh, good grief. This is a little bit tight. But I think we're good there. And I'm probably going to have to drive through these hedges to get to where I need to be. Okay, we'll back up a little. We will get out of the... Ooh. Get out of the cab. There we go. So what's that camera? Don't know what that camera is. So that's the in-cab camera. That I think is the auger camera, which probably won't extend until the. Yeah, that's the auger camera. And we can turn off all of the flashing lights. So we will also need our truck and the JCB. There's our truck. Don't usually like driving vehicles in this part of the farm because the wool pallets tend to get knocked around. Usually because I'm not paying attention, the normal thing. Okay. Somewhere in there, we want the semi-trailer. Okay, I'm gonna have the truck follow the JCB down to the field. I tend to find that workers don't work well with four-wheel steer vehicles, especially not in a follow me situation. But they are good. So this is quite a big field. I don't know what the yield is likely to be, and obviously I'm not 100% sure what the fertilization levels on that field are. Mainly because, yeah, it's not my field. I have fertilized. I've done some fertilizing contracts on some fields, which may boost the yield. Oh, that's painful. Again, that's generally why I drive in the cab this time of year, because of all the trees. This section of road not too bad. Okay, let's wait. Oh, dude! Good grief. Okay, hopefully the truck will also make this. We'll swing it wide just to make sure, and then we'll go into the that person's driveway. And then again, oh, this is not going to be helpful. I think. Hitch isn't very forgiving on this, so very easy to outturn the capabilities with a four-wheel steer tractor. I'm going to guess the truck might have an issue with that turn. But, yeah. The truck is definitely having an issue with that turn. So well, we are not done for now. We'll over here. So this should be everything we need. We'll probably find out that that header doesn't work for miscanthus, but not going to be too concerned by that for right this minute. Whee! And we'll park by the chicken shed. The truck. Oh, the truck really messed up that turn. There we go. Partially jackknife the lorry, and we are in. Good, good, good. Probably leave. Ooh, hello. Oh, I missed that. So let us do a quick check on the header. Okay, I went straight past it. There it is. Free flow. I think. What is that little circle thing? What I hate about all of these icons aren't particularly very descriptive. Field grass, where is miscanthus? Alfalfa, clover, field grass, crop swath. Miscanthus is bulrushes. Oh, let's go garage. Don't see miscanthus there. Okay, in-game harvesters. Okay, I'm gonna give it a go and see what happens. Hang on. Let's check corn headers. Right, corn headers are definitely just corn and sunflowers, so this is all going to be a big surprise. Oh, crops are too wet. Well, that would be also a thing. Well done. That's not a thing. That's a thing. I forgot. Yeah, early morning poop. Well, yeah. Did I just turn the engine off? And let's speed up time until the crops dry out. I completely ignored that that was a thing. So we'll probably have to go mid-morning before it dries out, or sometime in the afternoon, or all day. There we go. Okay, so the grass, the field has dried out. The crop is now dry enough for us to do things with. Now, does this work? Is the next question. We are getting nothing. Okay. So this header does not work on miscanthus. Okay. Let's turn the engine off. Close that. So we are doing the wrong thing for the wrong thing. That's corn. So easy flow, and I am not seeing a miscanthus cutter there. This one. No. Maybe I should have borrowed the equipment. Because none of these look like they cut what we want to cut. It's weird. Headers. Sunflowers. What are you supposed to cut miscanthus with? Because we don't have a header that works for it. That's kind of crap. That's kind of crap. There's no... Oh. Is that what I'm looking for? That cuts them, but that means I need a forage harvester. Well, that sucks. Oh, there's more. Yeah. Yeah. I need a forage harvester. Well, that's a pain in the butt. I really wasn't paying attention, was I? Forage harvesters are freaking expensive. That's more than I'll get paid for the contract. Well, hell with that. So let us cancel that contract then. Because... yeah. So what did... there's another one. That one there was also for miscanthus. See, that's giving us a Fent Ideal Harvester with a standard thresher to do it with. And that we have figured isn't going to work. We can only... when stuff doesn't play well together. Well, that's crazy. Yeah. But they were basically going to give us, what was it, the AGCO power flow. They were going to give us one of those, which doesn't work for that crop. Oh well, whatever. I am going to leave that vehicle right where it is. So other contracts, there was a fertilizing contract. Let's finish up today doing that. Oops, Valtra. Oh, I still have liquid fertilizer. Field 32, where is that? Huh? Oh, I have to collect, then I can accept field 32. Okay, field 32 is over here somewhere. Oh, it's down the road over there. Okay. Again, I'm going to think that we're going to need some more fertilizer, but I can't get a full tank into what we have here. So, what we're going to do is do what we have and then nip down to the shop, fill up the tanks as best we can, finish off the contract and then come home. So miscanthus is a problem as a contract. And I don't have a forage harvester. Forage harvesters are too expensive. Although I do want to forage corn later this year. And that toad forage header, not that one. This one only does corn. I don't think I've got any more of those, that style loaded. No. Well, good job I didn't plant any miscanthus, because I would be in deep trouble trying to harvest it. Anyway, so we learned something new today. Contracts for miscanthus are broken because it assumes that they are you thresh the miscanthus to harvest it. It looks like you forage it. So even if we'd taken their equipment, I wouldn't be able to complete that contract. In fact, I'd probably be penalised. So, I mean, I could consider planting a small field of miscanthus for myself, get myself a small forage harvester, and seeing what happens. Because that's always a thing. Although, yeah. I don't know. We'll mull it over, I guess. But all these farmers planting miscanthus in their fields, that's not fair, because I can't do anything about that. Also, since all our equipment's now down here, I will be able to run a follow me all the way back to the farm. So, that's a thing. Anyway, field 32 should be across the way from 31, I think. Yep. And here we are. And I would like to get a bigger sprayer, I think. Not necessarily bigger width, but bigger tanks. Alrighty, let's go. Thank you. Okay, so this is the third and final application of fertilizer on this field. I do hope for 22 that they figure out precision farming for map farmers as well as players. I mean, it would reduce the contract income, because obviously you go in, you set your sprayer to automatic, and you just drive around the field once, and that's all the fertilizer they need for the entire year. Currently, I can do each of these fields 3 times and get paid each time. And I just put the sprayer on manual and run round with the lowest application setting. Because if it doesn't matter if I use full spray or minimum spray, you still get credited the same. So you just end up using more fertilizer if you put it on full. Okay. This is quite a big field, but it will put us up to about 50,000 in the bank. I think my discussion about the cost of GPS on a tractor. This is probably the cheapest tractor I have on the farm, and I did install GPS on it just because when fields get really full or grown, the crop is full-bodied and almost ready to harvest, you can't see the texture on the ground to tell where you've already been. Now with precision farming, you have the mini-map down at the bottom left which shows you where you've already been, so that's not so much of an issue. So I'm thinking possibly something like that, 4,600, and that's 29. So that would be a good improvement. That 6,000 litres on the Navigator, 4380. So this would give me a lot of stuff. The problem is in some of the bigger fields we do have to fill the tanks up a couple of times. So I'm not even sure 4,800 is adequate. And then the only other option is something like that, which you're talking, 500,000, 9,000 litres. Still not a lot in the grand scheme. I could get some, another option would be the baby Breedle. Where is it? There, this one. Because you can put narrow tyres on that and still carry around a lot of product. And you don't have to worry about hitting things with the booms. I do tend to have a lot of challenges with fences and trees in this vehicle. And with a trailed sprayer, generally more so. Okay, we're down to just the front tank. Swing it around again. So we'll get paid for this. We'll take all our equipment back to the farm because it turns out we didn't need it. Bit of a shame. I like harvesting contracts because they're one of the ones that pays bonus for everything over what they're contracted to deliver. And typically the bonus crop will potentially be the same amount as how much you got paid to do the contract. So if the contract's for 22,000, you usually end up with crop worth 22,000 to sell at the end of it as well. So kind of bonus money. Fertilizer contracts are reasonably quick. I think using solid fertilizer might be a little bit quicker. What's the working speed on a... Yeah, 12 miles an hour. You don't quite have the same coverage. I mean, this we're looking at, I think, about 36 meters. So 3 times the width at 2/3 the speed. But still, that's... both of them are quick. Harvesting, you're talking 12 meters at 6 miles an hour. But there's the bonus stuff. I generally don't do cultivating or ploughing contracts, especially not ploughing contracts. Ploughing contracts are just long and plough widths tend to be limited.